Oh wow, this is not how I want to spend my hard-earned virtual tokens. This is Chuck E. Cheese's Super Collection. I don't know if super is the word I would have chosen. Released just this month for the Nintendo Wii, Super Collection is the third game the pizza-loving, multitasking mouse Chuck E. Cheese has appeared in on Nintendo's console. He was in last year's Chuck E. Cheese's Party Games, and earlier this year, the mouse came back for Chuck E. Cheese's Sports Games. Now clearly, Mr. Cheese likes to indicate ownership over things, but this game has more in common with its two predecessors than just a possessive brand name. In fact, it has everything in common, and that's because Super Collection is just a repackaging of the two Chuck E. Cheese games preceding it. So what you have with Super Collection is party games and sports games on a single disc and at the budget price of $19.99. Of course, this begs the question, if the games cost $20 bundled together, why were they originally released for $30 a piece? I guess there's a sucker born every day. Anyway, let's earn some tokens and spend them on cheap plastic crap. Now, I'm not sure how widespread the Chuck E. Cheese brand is, but if you're unfamiliar, you're also deprived. Chuck E. Cheese is basically like Dave & Buster's, but for the younger demographic. It's a pizza chain that has all kinds of carnival games and arcades and ball pits. You play these fun games while eating fun pizza and watching fun robotic animals perform fun music on a stage. It's fun, and when you're 10, it's the summation of everything your brain is wired to attain. So if there's one word I'd use to describe Chuck E. Cheese, it's fun. That said, I would use a very different word to describe these lousy Chuck E. Cheese video games. Now, we've already reviewed Party Games in its entirety here on Undertow, so if for some reason you're curious about the specifics, check out that review. But suffice to say, it's a stereotypical Wii minigame collection with very thin minigames and a very thin premise. You're bored, you're watching television, and you see a commercial for Chuck E. Cheese, so you beg your dad to take you there. Talk about self-promotion. This is like a motion-controlled commercial. Of course, Dad is a deadbeat, so he won't take you. He wants you to learn about the tenets of American capitalism instead. So you go out and you get a job to pay for your Chuck E. Cheese visit. And where, pray tell, might you find a job at the ripe old age of f***ing 7? Well, at none other than Chuck E. Cheese. Because it's not child labor if you pay in tokens. So Party Games replicates the kind of games you'd find at an actual Chuck E. Cheese. Now, Sports Games, on the other hand, replicates the kind of games you'd find in Wii Sports, only a lot less fun. If you can imagine Wii Sports without the satisfying motion controls and all the charming character, and with a blatant dose of commercialism, obviously, you'd have this second half of the Super Collection compilation. One of the big differences is the sports games are individual mini-games rather than being tied into a framework as they are in party games. But I almost prefer it that way, since making pizzas to earn tokens ends up being more of an impediment than a cool design idea. I mean, come on, don't make me work to play your crappy mini-games. But the thing is, neither of these games were very good on their own, and when you combine two bad games, the result is a lot like the ingredients. This is a game intended for little kids, but there are way better Wii games for children than this boring and shameless cash-in Chuck E. Cheese's not-so-super collection.